Okay, so also on Canva, as I said, there's a number of things that you could do. So I'm going to try to just bring your attention to some of the designs that you might be able to make. So I'll start back on my home screen. Very slow Wi-Fi at the moment. Start at the top. Okay, so on your home page, you've got all of these various designs that you might be able to start with. These are the designs that I've been doing. Instagram posts, but logos would be a really good one. So again, this could be something if you're a fashion designer, if you're doing illustration or fine art, and you want to start to create a logo or branding associated with who you are. This would be a great digital outcome for your project. So you can scroll through the various different logos or do one from scratch. So I'm just scrolling down, see if there's any that catch my eye to start with. I quite like a really simplistic one. I'm going to start with this. And I think this is brilliant. What this is really sort of focusing on is the stylized text. So it's very simple. It's got one line of text, which is likely your name or your company name. It's got an element, a line, and then maybe a description of what it is. So I'm going to go through and just change some of these elements. So they're all linked together, as I showed you in the previous tutorial. It looks like they're all grouped. So I can move them anywhere. So if you decided to change this design, you might put an illustration, maybe one of your own illustrations down there. That would be great. But I'll leave this just centered for now. So I'm going to leave it grouped for now. First thing I'm going to try to do is I'm going to put my name. So I'll put, that's my last name. That could be my brand name. That's quite a strong font. It's called Voga. But next thing that you might want to do is just change the font. So something maybe feminine, depending on the product that you're using. You want it to be readable if this is your logo. So don't choose something that's so decorative that we're not able to see what it is. Quite like that. Looks strong. Scroll through, try to find a cursive one. Again, ignoring the ones that I have to pay for. Lobster, I already tried it, wasn't very good. That one. No, not like it. Looks too childish. I quite like that. It's soft. So it's sort of feminine, but still easy to read. See if there's any more. I like this one as well. Yeah, I like that little flick of the R, I think. Tenor sounds. I'll probably go with that one. Yeah, tenor sounds. I'm gonna go with that one. I'll try this one. A bit too bold. Tenor sounds. Okay. And then maybe I'm a wedding photography company. And this might be a case where I use a slightly more decorative font, as I want my name, which is my brand, to be the bold, easy one to read. But you can be a little bit more open on some of the secondary text that you might add. I don't think that's going to be good because it's also not bad. I wonder if that's also in. No, this one's only in uppercase. So I'm just going to try to find a slightly more cursive one. Too bold. That works, but let's see if I can find more decorative. No, I liked what I used before. So I use this one. Okay, I'm gonna leave that as that. So then this line is also changeable. That's in elements. Let's see all of the lines. I'll ungroup this. That way, if I want, I can delete that. And I've got this one now. Don't worry about the colors, you can always change that later, I'm sure. Just scrolling through, see if there's anything else that I like. Quite like something like that, actually. Delete that, delete this. I'm gonna work with this, and I'm gonna see if I can change it to black just so I can see it. But maybe this is an opportunity where you can put in a splash of color. Okay, so that's a really simple way to make a logo for yourself. As you can see, you've just sort of changed one, but of course you can add to it now. So if I wanted to add something, let's say like a camera, seems connected to photography, maybe something rather illustrative. It's like an aperture. And I might do send backwards. Oops, I went too far. You can't find it again, just move things around. I see, it's because my font of my Frediani. So I'm going to change the color of that symbol to orange. Makes my line seem a bit redundant now, so I might put that down here with wedding photography. Oh, well, it's not brilliant, but just trying to show you how to add things. Or I might look for something like in photos, I might look for a wedding. Rid of that. So that might be how you add a photograph. I'll delete that. And let's see, maybe illustration would fit this better. I quite like my minimal design, so I probably wouldn't add anything, but oops. That one's, I'll just leave it there. It's a pro, which means it'll have the watermark on it. It just shows you how maybe a simple design element, like maybe an illustration or a graphic, might add something to your logo. Let's see if there's a free one just to get rid of the watermark. I think that one's free. Use that one instead. It's a bit cheesy, but it's free. Okay, so that could be a way that you could design a logo, some branding. Make sure that you download it, save it. It's PNG is recommended, or JPEG or PDF, doesn't matter. Okay, I'll save mine as a JPEG just so I have it on my downloads list. So that would be one way to make a logo or trademark or branding for a company. So that would be a good one if you're a fine artist or doing a sculpture. So something that you're you know, a fashion designer either. So maybe you're making a product, you're trying to sell, you're trying to create a sort of sense of branding around who you are. That'd be a great option for you. Okay, good luck.